Okay, now we're going to talk about keys. So, keys. Okay, we're going to talk about two different kinds of scales. Keys. I get yelled at in class when I get the difference wrong between scales and keys signatures. So, keys. A major key and a minor key. A major key, no matter where you are on the piano, it'll be like this. It's the difference between tones. That gives you a major key. We'll start in C because C has all white keys. No discrimination. So C, one whole step, another whole step, and a whole step is two half steps. So this is a half step. This is a whole step. So C, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's a major key, no matter where you start. If I start on A, whole step, half step, whole step, half step. And this one has some black keys in it because you changed where do is, where your tonic is, okay, quick. In a key, every note has a name. There are 8 notes in a key. 1, I'm gonna go back to C. 1 is your tonic. 2 is your supertonic because it's just one above tonic. 3 is your median because it's halfway between tonic and dominant. Back to the median, then we have the subdominant, not because it's one under the dominant, but because it's 1/5 from the tonic at the top, tonic, down to the subdominant because the dominant is 1/5 apart. Tonic and dominant are 1/5 apart, subdominant and tonic are 1/5 apart. Back to the subdominant, we have the dominant, that's the 5. It's the one that if we play this chord, the 5 in the key, it wants to go right back to 1. Anyway, tonic, then we have the submedian because it is 1/3 from the top. That's a third. And then it's halfway between the, I actually lied. I'm not going to sing anymore because that's ridiculous. So we have the subdominant, and then the submedian is in the middle of the subdominant and the top tonic. So we have tonic, median, dominant, subdominant, submedian, tonic. So we have tonic, supertonic, median, subdominant, dominant, submedian. This is where it gets fun. This is called the subtonic, tonic. Subtonic in a major keys because it's just one under tonic. Disregard everything I just said. If you were taking notes, erase it. This is called the leading tone because it's 1/2 step and it pulls you right back to tonic. So tonic, supertonic, median, submedian, dominant, tonic, supertonic, median, subdominant, dominant, submedian, leading tone, tonic. So we have, what was I talking about? Oh, no matter where you put the tonic, we're put it here. On A, we have a whole step, which is just there. We have another whole step, which a half step would take us to C natural. We want to go to C sharp because it's a whole step. So that's where we get keys. Then we have a half step, which is just C sharp to D. And then we have another whole step, which is D to E. Whole step, not a half step. Half step would be E to F. We want to go a whole step, so E to F sharp. Whole step from there is F sharp to G sharp. And then half step back to A. This is again easier if you look at a keyboard. I wish I could give you a better. LOL, that's not gonna work. It's okay. I will. Okay. So, a major key. Whole, half. Now, a minor key is whole, half, whole, half, whole. That's a natural minor. There are 3 different Natural minor is just that normal, you don't raise anything, everything. It's whole, half, or whole, half, whole, half, whole. Natural minor. Now, if you raise the 6, which I'm playing in A minor. The 6 in A minor would be, so we have A, that's the 1, B, that's the 2, C, that's the 3, D, that's the 4, E, that's the 5, F is 6, G is 7, and then A is tonic again, 1. So if I were to take this 7 and I were to raise it to the leading tone, which is, because 7 in a minor key is called the subtonic, not the leading tone, in a natural minor, because it is one whole step under tonic. So we have, there's not as much of a pull, you know, if I were to play a major key, you know it's gonna go here. You know, it's just begging, it's that half step. Half steps create super tension, and musicians love tension. They love it. They eat it up. So if we want to add that tension, because in a natural minor, you don't really have that. It's not as big of a pull. But if I raise that 7th from the subtonic to the leading tone, which is just a half step below tonic, it creates this degree, this interval of an augmented second. You absolutely don't need to know that. But it creates such a fun sound. I call this the, this is definitely racist, but like the Arabian Egyptian scale. You'll see why. Leading tone. It creates that. It just goes, it wants to go right there. Now, that's harmonic minor. So we have natural minor, nothing's raised. Harmonic minor, raise the 7th, 1 half step. Melodic minor, raise the 6th and the 7th by 1 half step on the way up. If you notice, it turns into a major scale on halfway up. So we have minor, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, instead of la, ti, do, la, ti, do. Then on the way down you go back to minor. So, natural minor, major. Natural minor. Harmonic minor. Melodic minor. Okay, that's keys in a nutshell. So, we took a bit.